Have any of you come across a scenario where you've had such rejection or adversity from your leaders to change the way you work, and have you got any tips as to how you overcome that kind of blind, ignorant rejection?
Okay, so let me just let me the question is really is down to where you're struggling with senior leadership who are not willing to listen, in spite of perhaps a burning platform, and how have you addressed that? Anyone wants to? Hands up. Who wants to have a go at that one? Come on, Alan. I know.
Yeah. So this is probably going to be a bit of a contentious answer, but I think Brendan knows where I'm going to go with this. So I recently got asked by a client in working consulting in a private capacity, who asked me to bring back who the exemplars were in the industry at being able to deliver digital outcomes. And I identified, I'm going to not name who the different exemplars were or the industry or anything, but I came back with the exemplars, and the one thing that I identified very, very quickly was that the conditions for the exemplars were that it had CEO sponsorship. And not only that, but that the CEO was extremely digitally literate, and those conditions weren't in the organisation who asked the question of me. So I asked, I had a call with Professor Joe Peppard. I don't know if you know Joe, but he does a lot of work. He's in MIT, and I reached out to him to ask him what he thought, because he does a lot of work in the evolution of technology leadership. And I asked him the very question, what if you don't have those conditions where the leadership don't have buy-in, but they're never going to have buy-in because they're not literate in the area and they don't actually value it? And he said, oh, leave. I told you it was contentious. But if it is that if it is that extreme where they don't get it, if there's a chink, then don't leave. Take it on. But if there is no chink, so I think a lot of it is understand. I think it's a really nice place to just be on the cusp that isn't over that threshold to futility. If you can get to the very, very edge of it being feasible, take it on. But if it is feasible, if it's not feasible, if it's futile, then recognise it.
To your right.
A little more upbeat though, if you could please. He works for me.
Okay, we won't talk about leaving. Actually, we've had some similar experiences though, so I totally relate to it. I don't know if I can provide much. We've had some situations where through patience the leadership's changed, and that's been a positive thing. To go back to the demonstration that I was talking about is showing it through numbers. Often leaders relate well to numbers, seeing it on paper. So if you can prove it out, then they've got little choice but to follow along. But look, yeah, we've had similar struggles, so I totally empathise with it, and that's our approach to it, is just trying to show it through numbers.